RPGs are fun for many reasons. Maybe it's the unique conflict resolution system, maybe it's the art for the book, maybe it's the unique dice mechanics, or the lore that the TTRPG is tied to. Those are all valid and certainly do make TTRPGs fun. But one of the reasons I think make RPGs so much fun is the team and collaborative aspect of playing together. In fact, today from the title of this video, I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be discussing teamwork and the importance of playing as part of a team. So, today, I'll be asking the question why playing as a team is important in D&D and other TTRPGs. Well, first we have to ask the question of why is teamwork important in a TTRPG, and why should anyone care? Well, that's because many RPGs are built with the idea of collaboration together. Unless it's a solo TTRPG, then that's a different video for a different time. In many of the most popular books, you'll find that RPGs are made for multiple people and or groups. For instance, D&D combat encounters are built around multiple functioning people that sync together to defeat monsters' enemies. Call of Cthulhu, investigators are going to be equipped with certain skills they are amazing at, while they're absolutely crap at others. This allows for PCs to play characters that balance each other's weaknesses out. This allows for, in theory, different characters to work together as their sanity eventually tears them into balls of depression and sadness. In this case, game masters and players are encouraged to play together collaboratively, with the end goal of having fun together. This collaboration also means that a balanced party composition is necessary for your TTRPG. Most RPGs are not solo RPGs. They are built with a balanced party in mind. That is, unless the GM has an adventure that doesn't fit within the character's skills, levels, or resources. For example, maybe you're playing a chef character in, say, a high-stakes political intrigue game. Those might not mix. And when there are issues of unbalanced party composition where one PC is way stronger than the other, or one PC is way weaker than the other, then this can be really frustrating for both players and the game master. For the game master, it requires them to figure out ways to challenge the players without being unfair, and this is especially the case for D&D 5e. 5e is built around balance, around characters being able to do DPS, healers, tanks, and full casters and half casters. And I love D&D 5e for that very mechanic. I like the feeling of being a powerhouse in my particular class and race. But sometimes it can be a hassle. While it's fun to ponder playing a group full of wizards, it can be pretty unbalanced and pretty unfair for many players, especially if the GM doesn't fine-tune it. And if the GM is constantly fine-tune things, that can be a lot of pressure on the game master to continuously do that every single week, bi-week, or even monthly game session. So, a balanced party composition is important and vital to not only the game mechanics, but to the players and game master in mind, and also to the general fun that the RPG offers. Finally, playing as a team can encourage roleplay. Your PC is bound to be bad at something, no matter what system you're in. Those weaknesses are opportunities for roleplay as much as your successes are. When your character succeeds or fails, those moments allow for other players to support your characters, or, in some situations, downplay your character's achievements. For instance, maybe you're playing this big brutish bodyguard in Star Wars. They're not built for stealth and rather for hand-to-hand CQC, but you as the brute are given a mission with the other PCs to infiltrate a secret rebel base. This will require all of you to get in. This is where your PC can rely on the tech-savvy or clever PCs to help your character get in. Maybe the scavenger PC finds a cloaking device that is broken while a technician makes time to fix said cloaking device. This is the epitome of working together as a team. All of the players are working towards a common goal, each knowing what they're good at and taking advantage of what they have. Okay, so all I've said sounds really damn cool, right? Playing together, working together, it's all awesome. But you're definitely gonna get those players or game masters who do not want to interact with a team, who do not want to play as a team sport. Why is that? Well, first we have to identify something. Is this the result of the player or the character? Is the player avoiding teamwork, trying to sabotage teamwork, or being disruptive? Generally being negative or avoiding teamwork simply because they can or don't want to work with other players? Is generally unsure on how to work with others? Or maybe does not know the best practices in TTRPG etiquette? Or is this a character-specific issue? Does the character hate teamwork and is the lone wolf type? Is the PC someone who has trust issues or doesn't like working with people because of their backstory? Is the PC condescending to other PCs simply because it's part of their personality trait? Is the PC distrustful, mean-spirited, rude, or cocky simply because it's part of their character flaws? Notice the difference? One is a character-specific flaw related to the game, and the other is a player-specific flaw. One can be leaned into for roleplay, i.e. the character flaw, the lone wolf type, the hard-ass type character. Those flaws are great for roleplay. The other is a player issue that needs to be immediately addressed and discussed. This can be behavior that unsettles the table and might ruin your game. It is best for you as the game master or as a player to do anything to stop that from happening. You don't want to have a player who upsets the table, is rude and disrespectful, because then no one wants to play with an asshole, period. So as a player and game master, we should all be trying to work together as a team, and the end goal is fun after all. I think teamwork is a pretty important thing to any and every TTRPG. Whether it's Dungeons & Dragons, Call of Cthulhu, Mutants and Masterminds, or whatever game you're playing with your friends, loved ones, or family. What do you think? Am I wrong? Do you think teamwork is not something you really need that much? Or is there something else you think you need in your TTRPG? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you gained some value from this video, feel free to like and subscribe if that's your thing. Speaking of which, there's another thing I forgot to mention. If you have a one-player mentality and focus only on yourself, then that is a player red flag if that's something you are doing. And in fact, I have a video on player red flags over here that'll be helpful for both game masters and players alike. And as always, I'm your average everyday queer host, Blurry Disposition, and hope you all have an awesome day. Ciao!